Son of a bitch. Just like me, just to hope that things would work right the first time. Hold on, guys. Let me... Sorry for the delay. This is embarrassing. I swear this never happens to me. And yes, I do say that to all the girls. You're not special. Come on. Load and not crash, please. Alright. Hello? There, okay. There we go. So, new chat setup, which is awesome. I worked, like, all weekend on this. Appreciate its majesty. And, if you're wondering what this box in the corner is supposed to be, it was supposed to be the chat box. But, because I got Streamlabs, but I'm still streaming through OBS because I hate change. And apparently it's not working. Because it's not popping up. Same with I don't think any of my alerts would pop up. Except through Streamlabs, which I have the desktop version, and there's no, like, go live option, because I tried to transfer over, but it just was, ugh. So, we are dealing with that. And once again, I am forgetting that I drew a bunch of emotes for this one, too, so... we can look forward to that. So I'll just be pointing at a box, an empty box for now, because it's rendered to the background. Talking to crickets. Which, I mean, it's fine. I mean, I'll figure it out eventually, and I might just have to bite the bullet and just stream through Streamlabs now, but it said it could work on OBS if I just copy the link over, but... I don't know, man. Maybe I am once again the dunderhead. Oh well. I got real excited for the chat box too, because it's not like fully custom because I'm not filthy rich, but it was just, I got it set up and whatnot. I was like, yay, I'm a professional streamer now. And then, oh no, there it is! There it is! The chatbot works! Woo! It works! The chatbot works! Oh my god, hi Estimer! Your names are on screen now! And of course the chat immediately disappears. But like, if there was like a full chat, it would move up in the world and whatnot. Quick! Somebody hit subscribe. I want to see if that announcement works too. Even if you are subscribed, unsubscribe and then resubscribe so I can get an alert. Anyway. Well, I'm glad that is at least working somewhat. It's literally down there at the bottom. So, the only big news I have for myself is that I spent all weekend working on these, on this new chat PNG. So we're gonna go through all of it anyway. So this is the normal talky bits. And then, of course, you saw the coffee earlier, which I really love the pointing, because I do hold my mug like that, exactly. I got my thumb in the... Of course, I got my thumb in the thing, and I point with my finger, and I drink with my... Well, of course, I drew it with my left hand, but I usually always drink with my right. You know what? And then, of course, I drew the singing one. We all love the singing. And then, of course, excited. Which, I don't know why this one took me so freaking long to draw. Do I have anything else? And then, okay, yeah, there's the ranch one, which I always keep forgetting exists. Awesome. And my personal favorite, AFK. Which I only realized too late that I can't scoot over because it looks like I'm just floating there. But I can't scoot it over because then all the other PNGs would be off-center. So, we're just dealing with that. I really hope the chat box would stay up longer. Maybe if I do that? Well, anyway. Whoop whoop. Yeah, there it is. Alright, now we switch. I wonder if these pop up. Yep, there we go. Whoop whoop whoop. You know what's funny? Okay, random bit of trivia. Do you know bees communicate via dance, right? But if in the colony they accidentally bump into each other, they give a little whoop when they bump into each other. It's so cute. It's just because you know they all crawl around and whatnot, and then bump into someone. Whoop. Because honestly, I do that too. So I'm just forget lizard brain or monkey brain. We all got bee brain. Whoop. Anyway, now we switch. Nothing special about the drawing one. I have yet to get to it. Alright, transfer. Yep, so that's here. I have yet to get around to redrawing the regular chat PNG. Come on. I'm getting to it. Now hush. Alright. Since this sketch dump snuck up on me like a... Well, it snuck up on me like a thief in the night. So what I do, for every 10 pages I post on DeviantArt of my Warrior Cats comic, I said I was going to do a sketch dump every 10 pages, just so, you know, I can get used to just drawing other shit than comic stuff. So, that's what this is. But I forgot about it because I had taken a hiatus. So, what I'm going to do for this sketch dump stream, I'm probably just going to be drawing these characters with a bunch of expressions while talking about random shit. Ow. Those were my wrists. So that's what we're doing. Let's start off with the girl. Because I love drawing Hawkstar, even though I can't seem to draw her consistently at all. Hee hee. Random sheet. Yep. And great news! What? Since I canonized their regular human designs and their Dreamwalker AU, if I want to draw them as peoples, I got those on standby, and I can draw them in silly little circumstances. Because, like, the regular human AU is, like, they're in college or university or whatnot. I think it'd be funny if actually they were in a community college. Because it wouldn't make sense for someone like Hawkstar to be at a university given her age and whatnot, but it would make sense for her to be at a community college. Like she has her 5 kids and she wants to get a better job for them, but the job that she wants or qualifies, has to qualify for needs like a college degree in something. So that's why she would be there. Because my headcanon is that in the regular human AU with Path to Brighter Stars, she's a military veteran. I don't know what branch, but given like Shadow Clan, she was probably a Marine, but maybe not a Marine. Or like special ops and whatnot. Because that's kind of like Shadow Clan's stick, is stealth and whatnot. Because she's definitely not Army, she's definitely not Navy or Air Force, so maybe Marine? Because they fight on the land as well as sea. And then maybe she and Ivy Whisper met in the Marine Corps. I don't know. I didn't give too much thought into it because I knew if I did give too much thought into it, I would get attached and then really want to write some things for it. And it's like, can we finish one silly fan project at a time, Rune? Because, we got other shit to do, and the only reason you're working on this comic, is because you want to practice so you can work on your original comic. Something's wrong with this anatomy. Are you asking... Are you stating fan art as an F word, or are you asking because you haven't seen the video yet? Something's wrong with your ears. They're too short. How? Okay, so... Well, in the video, I go on a whole rant about how I would love to draw more fan art, but I have trouble translating other people's cartoony styles into my style. Because the way I draw very stylized, I didn't realize how stylized my style was until trying to draw other people, and I just, oh my god, I have to redesign them from the ground up, basically. That's all wrong. And the only time I can draw fan art is if it's ponies or cats. Because those are the only ones that actually translate well into my style, because all I draw are cats, even though I'm a dog person. You tell me how that works. But it's funny, because not all of my projects have to do with cats. I do have another, fun little furry project that have a lot of dog and wolf characters with only one cat. And she's like a tiger, so I guess you could still count it. But still, even in my other official stories, like Project Reclaim, there's a species called the Felidae, and they're like an alien cat people. I draw humans all the time. It's just they're not what I started out as cats. And if you take just a precursory look, everything's wrong. At my channel, everything is cats. I don't hate drawing other species, and I would actually love to do it more. But I just don't. If you go through my old DeviantArt, you can see 99.9% of my old uploads are all Warrior Cats fan art. I didn't post it on DeviantArt for whatever reasons, probably because I didn't have a DeviantArt, but I had like this little project going on away from the internet because I just didn't really have it back then, where I would redraw all the not the covers of the Warrior Cats books, but I would make them look epic. Or at least I would I would like pick a scene from each book and draw it as if it was the cover. I think I still have them, and I would like to like go revisit them and redraw them and maybe make a video out of it, because everything is videos now. My whole life has become content, and I hate it. But also love it. I'm a dog person. I got a puppy under the blinkies. I had a puppy in my room, and then he fucked off. I don't know where he is. No, I hear him. Yeah, he is. Here he comes. Hello, puppy. I had thought about drawing a PNG bit for when the animals interrupt me, and there he fucks off again. Well, then it would have to, that would mean me drawing my my animals and having just an extra button, which I do have like 3 extra buttons I could use. I have 5, 6, and 7 for hotkeys, so it's not an inconvenience to me on that regard. It would just be another thing I'd have to draw. But hey, if it means making this channel more entertaining, whatever it takes. I swear, her face isn't supposed to be this fluffy. That's just how it turns out every time I draw her. Like, her cheeks are not supposed to be this fluffy. Snowblaze is supposed to be this fluffy. How does that even happen? There we go. You guys probably can't hear her, but if you hear a kitten meowing incessantly in the background, that's my kitten, and she's very insistent on being outside all the time. Which wouldn't be a problem, but she needs to be supervised, because she's a little monster, and doesn't understand car means bad quite yet, so if she's outside, that means we need to be with her. You know, since he's on the thumbnail, I'm gonna draw wait, I'm gonna signature it. You got me in a doodle mood. Well, I endeavor to inspire. There, that's her canon signature now. I hope this doesn't screw up the stream any, but I'm trying to find some expressions. I did get the OG expression chart. Which would be fun to translate into human form. Regardless. Also, I'll admit, because we need to admit when we're wrong or when we've made mistakes. So here's one mistake I've made. When writing Twig in these last few pages, I kind of, and for the next future pages, I kind of forgot to mention, or kind of forgot to consider, that he is hashtag traumatized. And doesn't know how to function like a normal cat. You know, that's like the pitch notes I had. Not really the pitch notes, but that's like the notes I had for his character. That would be his character development and whatnot. This is all wrong. And I kind of forgot, I forgot that he was hashtag traumatized. So when I'd been drawing him and writing his dialogue, he was, you know, wide-eyed and kind of kitten-like, even though canonically he is almost as old as Hawkstar. Not quite, he's still a bit younger, but he's almost as old as she is. But the way I'd been drawing him, he looks more... He's got baby face. And maybe that's just his thing. Maybe that's just how he looks. He's got baby face, even though he is not. Because to me, he is baby. But my sister brought up the fact that since he is with Fang Clan now, and not where he once was, he's, kind of caught up in the bliss of being free, that he's kind of thrown himself full into acting young and like a child, young and free. Even though, on a technicality, that's not kind of how trauma works. It's a thing you have to work hard to get rid of. But this could be, my writer's excuse could be that he thinks he's left it all behind and that he'll never have to think of it again. So he's forcing himself to not think of it ever again. But then later, when he's forced to confront his past and whatnot, it all comes crashing back to him, and he's back to his old self. So that's my patch note for that. But again, I'll admit I did drop the ball on it a little bit, but I can't really rewrite or change the writing for some of the scenes because it is plot relevant. But then again, it's more like, oh, he's facing a problem from the outside. It's like a physical thing he can focus his energy on. And he's being helpful. So he doesn't, you know, he's fine in that regard. He can face it with bravery. Because it's like, oh, this is an outside problem. I can deal with this. I also admit I dropped the ball on Short Tail's character. Because I think I explained this in a previous stream or a video, I don't remember. Where, the point of Short Tail's character is to, yes, be an antagonist and at odds with Hawkstar, but he's supposed to be at odds with Hawkstar because he's technically right. But it's not, but he's technically right, but he's being a dick about it, so no one wants to listen to him. That's what his character was supposed to be. And currently, I kind of forgot about the him being right thing and just focused on the him being the dick thing. So I admit, yeah, I dropped the ball on that one, and I endeavor to fix it in the future. So if Short Tail's character suddenly becomes the he had a line but he's right meme, that's because that's what he was supposed to be. This is terrible, but I'm keeping it. Oh, wait, I should probably save this just in case anything crashes on me. Pictures, Hedge Butterfly, comics, official art. This is technically Sketch Stump 5, I think. And, is this spoilers? No, this is an old drawing. This is what he was going to look like. This is what Twig was going to look like, but I changed his design. So I can get rid of that. That's the wrong button. Damn it. You know, let me deal with this. Because if I don't do it now, I'll forget. Official art, bird. Delete it. It's kind of funny with these past 10 pages. I haven't thought of any, you know, because usually with the 10 pages I can think of like a meme or a joke to draw in the sketch stump, but these past 10 pages, there's been no meme that popped up into my head. But I will say, if there's anyone wondering about Twig's backstory and whatnot and where he came from and are a little impatient about waiting for the damn comic to come out, because let's be honest, comics take forever. I will give you this. The Path to Brighter Stars comic, while being a Warriors fanfic, is heavily inspired by one of my favorite children's books, Watership Down. Or actually, more inspired by the movie, but also inspired by the book. Not the Netflix series. Oh my god, we are not talking about the Netflix series. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Because I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it. How do I draw rabbits? You know, I've actually never drawn a rabbit before. Well, okay, I drew one rabbit, and it was Bonnie from Five Nights at Freddy's, and I drew him once. Twice. I drew him twice. I'm trying to remember how this character was drawn in the movie. I know this is chibi. Give me a second. I don't know how to draw rabbits. Yeah, this is supposed to be a Dreamwalker sketch dump. Shut up. My stream. I'll do what I want. All I know is that wild rabbits have fucking huge claws, and it's for digging. Even if the does are the ones that typically do the digging. Okay. Now, I will get into a bit of a rant, but it's just, ugh. In the book Watership Down, the Ephrephans had what was called a marking system because their warren was just so freaking big, and you had to stay within your mark, which was, you know, where you were born and, like, what rank you were, or, like, what class you were born into. And they had things that were like the hindquarter mark, the front shoulder mark, the chin mark. And it was so they could cycle through who got to be grazing outside at a time. And in the book, the Ephrephans would mark their kits, because that's what you call a baby rabbit, is a kit. They would mark their kits at birth, or at the very least when they were very young, so they carried that scar with with them for their entire life. That was the marking system in the book. But in the movie and the Netflix TV show, which I said we weren't going to talk about, they have the marking system as just scars on the right flank. Which, yes, there was a right flank mark. Hello, cat. There was a right flank mark, but it was because, like, in the movie they had, like, it was 3 claw marks, but in the book they were bite marks that were deep into the flesh. And I can't remember what mark Blackavar was, because that's the character I'm drawing. He's Blackavar. And I don't know how I would draw rabbits. Probably similar to how I would draw cats, just with rabbit face. And Blackavar is a character that he really doesn't shine much in the movie or in the show. I think he's even not... I don't even remember if Blackavar was in the Netflix show, because they did so much other bullshit. But Blackavar is a character that stayed with me for a long while. Same with Bluebell, which Bluebell was written out of both, and I'm pissed off about it, because Bluebell was my favorite character in the book. Along with, Strawberry and Blackberry. I don't know why they... I think I remember liking Blackberry. I don't remember if I did. But yeah, Blackavar is a character that has stayed with me for a while. And I don't remember how to spell his name. He also inspired a different character from a... Whoops. I have in Dreamwalkers. But, you know, they don't look similar. With Twig, I distinctly drew him to look like Cat Blackavar. But the thing with Blackavar, he, you know, took his punishment of his ears being shred as, you know, as an example to anyone who would try to escape Ifrafra under the rule of General Woundwort. He took it in stride. I mean, sure, yeah, he was tortured and whatnot, but in the book, they were escaping, or in the movie, they were escaping Ifrefra with the main character, Bidwid, who was also one of my favorite characters. It was just Watership Down's a damn good book. Read it. And if you don't want to read it, watch the movie. The old movie. The British one. That's the best one. How do I spell... You know what? While I talk about it, I'm going to Google how I spell his name. And they're escaping, but, like, the general is coming after them, and they're closing in on both sides, and he insisted that they stay and fight, and he would say they'd take a few with them before they're done. Like, he was prepared to fight to the death, but it would all be worth it to him because he's sticking it to General Woundwort. He's sticking it to the man, yo! Alright, Watership Down Black of... Okay. Blackavar. I really enjoyed his character. Yes?
Blackavar didn't have a mark.
What?
He was such a low rank, he didn't have one. Because his mom wasn't from the group, troop, hive, I don't know.
Warren,
there we go. He didn't have a mark.
I know his ears were ripped to shreds.
His ears were ripped.
Kept in solitary confinement to discourage further escape attempts.
Yeah, and he had to present himself to all the marks to show, you know. The movie, he dies.
Yeah, in the movie he died, and it pissed me off because he was such a good character.
In the show, because he's in the show, he doesn't die in the show.
He's in the Netflix show?
Apparently there was also a miniseries.
Oh yeah, there was an old animated miniseries way back in the day, and it too was not book accurate.
Yeah, so he dies in the film, but it says in the TV series, in the miniseries, which it doesn't say which ones.
Yeah.
He survives.
But in the
film, he dies.
In the Netflix series, which I said we were not getting into, they killed Captain Holly! They killed Captain Holly! He wasn't supposed to die! And I'm screaming! Like, they killed Holly! And they also made Captain Holly and Heisenthray have a thing, even though Heisenthray was supposed to, like, eventually marry Fiverr. And then they had kids and whatnot. Which was a surprise to everyone because when one of her sons was like, oh, had like a vision of Hazel coming back, getting out of a Harudadu. Heisenthray said, oh, he gets it from his father, and Bigwood was, his father? And she was like, mm-hmm, nice day! And then... and Bigwood was like, huh? Fiverr, how'd you bag that? Because it's also kind of implied that Bigwood thought Heisenthray was pretty, but realized that, they're probably not compatible, but she is pretty. Anyway, it's a good book. It's a good book and a good movie. A terrible Netflix series, and I've totally forgot about the mini-series that came out. It was supposed to be longer than the movie, but they basically used the movie designs and made it more child-friendly.
Yeah, well, that was the TV series.
Yeah, they made it more child-friendly. And then for the Netflix series, they didn't make it child-friendly, but they made it, it looked like garbage, honestly. I thought, I saw the animation and went, that's a choice. Well, who knows? Maybe I'll like it. But then I ended up not liking it at all. That's what's wrong. Okay, with rabbits, they got a more oval face. So, I know this looks bad. So they got the, it goes down. It's not quite right.
Are you kidding me? The dog,
Dare I ask?
the dog's name in Watership Down was Bob.
I know the cat's name was Tab.
So the miniseries is the Netflix one. So the TV series. Sorry, I'm just looking at an image of Black Bar from the TV series. Look at that. Look.
That is not Blackavar. I wish I could show you guys. That is not Blackavar. Why'd they give him blue eyes?
He has blue eyes in the movie and in the Netflix.
Well, yeah. Yeah, but in the movie, it was like stylized to show that they all got deep bags under their eyes.
Yeah.
He just looks like something from an old... You know what this looks like? He looks like the animation from those old Christian VHS tapes. You know the ones I mean.
Oh, no.
Like, do you remember the bunny puppy one? Yeah. Just by saying that, I'm giving you PTSD.
Or flashbacks.
Yeah, that's what he looks like.
Yeah. I was looking at this and I was like, no. Anyway.
Good God.
Bob. Why would you name your dog Bob?
Why would you name your dog Bob? Oh, that was not supposed to happen. You know, and I should probably draw them side by side, because this entire series is my reference to Watership Down, and each character does match up, because that's why I started with 8 cats that left the tribe, because it was 8 rabbits that left their old warren because Fiverr had a vision of impending doom. Granted, for the comic, the reason why they left was completely different, but but as like a side-by-side comparison, a few of them match up, and think the reason why I named Hazelpaw Hazel was because of Hazel from Watership Down, and he, like, when Hazelpaw grows up, he's supposed to be kind of like Hazel, like this almost a leader type, but even though Hawkstar's the leader. I think the reason why I made Brindlefur look the way she does is because also she was a reference to Blackberry from the original group, and he was the clever one. He was the one that was really smart. And I think Ivy Whisper... Now, Ivy Whisper, he came about because I, you know, when the Werecats, website first came up, you created a profile. You got your own, quote, government-assigned Werecats name. Mine was Ivy Whisper. And I just liked the name so much, so I just kept it and stuck with it. That's not the right pose. I was trying to redraw that famous Simba smirk from the second Lion King without a reference, and that's how it came out. We are one, you and I, we are like the earth and sky, one family under the sun. What's the words? All the courage that you'll need, you will find when you see we are one. That's a really good song. A lot of people shit on the movie, but I think the movie's good. Yeah, I know it's the cringy Romeo and Juliet story, but honestly, if we're gonna be honest, and I made this discovery myself the other day, Zira is one of the most underrated Disney villains ever. Because whenever they talk about Disney villain songs, they're like, oh, we're gonna have some evil girl villain. They always talk about, like, Mother Gothel or Ursula or Maleficent. And I'm like, where's Zira? Where's my Zira love? Because she had some pretty good motivation for why she was, you know, air quote, evil in the movie. Because not only was she Star's wife, but after, you know, her husband was killed, she was forced into exile because she refused to submit to Simba. Which, that's loyalty, bitch. That's love. She was loyal to Star. Not saying being loyal to Star was necessarily great, but, hey, if we're going off of Lion lore, she probably being banished, she left to save her children. Because Simba then would have had to kill all the other cubs that Star had. But of course, that would also mean Nala would have been killed because she would have been Mufasa's child, and that would mean Nala and Simba are half-siblings. If we're going by lion lore. If we're going by real-world lion hierarchy stuff. Speaking of lion lore, there was this one YouTube series called My Pride. And it went on for like a while. It was made by oh, who made it? What was her name? Was it Blaze the Dragon? Or Triple of Doom? Was it Triple of Doom that made it? Ah! I can't remember. It was Triple of Doom because of the art style. Yeah, Triple of Doom was making this series called My Pride, and it was about lions and whatnot. And I loved the world building. I really did like it. And the main characters and the voice acting and the animation style was unlike anything I'd seen in a while. Where, like, there was full movement and whatnot, but there wasn't full lip syncing. Like their heads would bob when their mouths would open and their eyes would move in expressions, but there wasn't like full lip syncing. It's hard to explain, but it was pretty good. You know, I'm gonna look up on my phone that Simba pose because this is driving me crazy. Alright, Lion King 2. Let's see if I can get that picture. Alright, where is it? Come on. Where's that Simba smirk? There it is! Found it! Okay, so to make this pose work for Hazel, which I don't know why I'm drawing it for Hazel Paw. I guess Hazel Paw is kind of like Simba, in a way. Tilt. Oh, okay, and then chest goes this way. And he's looking more down with a smirk. With that winning smile. Alright. I'll get back to My Pride in a second, but I'm gonna rant about Lion King for a second. Why did everyone think Simba was hot? I'm sorry, I just wasn't one of those people. I was not a Simba girly. I was not a Simba. I was not a Simba girly growing up. Just because, I don't know. I knew what Matthew Broderick looked like. So when I would watch The Lion King, all I could think about was the worm guy from the 1998 Godzilla movie, Nick Tatopoulos. So, I don't know, I just could never get into... I did not understand the Simba appeal. I mean, I was more of a... I don't know if it's weird to say, I was more of a Timon girl. I remember really liking Timon. But then when I heard his voice in Mousetrap, I went, that's what he looks like? Alright, I'll never be able to get that out of my head. The pose is still kind of off, but I don't want to redraw the face. Because, like, for this real pose to work... Close enough. I'm calling it. I'm just gonna call it the Simba smirk. There. I'm gonna finish his eyes a little bit. We are one, you and I, we are like the earth and sky, one family under the sun. All the wisdom to lead, all the courage that you'll need, you will find when you see we are one. That's what it was. All right. Also, a lot of people really liked Kovu, which I get. Emo boy aesthetic, we all love to see it. But he's kind of voiced by... Isn't he got the same voice actor as Maxie from the Goofy movie? Which I didn't grow up on the Goofy movie. That was a later addition to my artistic library. Okay, now, for realsies, I'm gonna go get a damn... I'm gonna get a damn expression sheet. You know, love will find a way. Alright, speaking of Lion King and musicals and love stories, a lot of people are sleeping on the movie The Thief and the Cobbler. I don't know why everyone overlooked this movie. It is one of the best movies ever made! It's not in my top 10 because, I mean, I've seen a lot of movies. My top 10 movies are it's quite competitive to be in my top 10. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's this movie that came out a long time ago. It had I think it was an independent animated company. You know, instead of expressions, I think I'm gonna do either dynamics or draw your squad. I don't remember. I don't know which one I'm gonna do. But anyway, so The Thief and the Cobbler is basically kind of like Aladdin and Arabian Nights. But it's the story about this young cobbler who somehow finds himself, how do I explain the story? It's got Matthew Broderick in it as the voice of the cobbler named Tack, and he's pretty, he's really good. A lot of people sleep on the fact that Matthew Broderick's got a really nice voice. Hold up. Is that one? How do I explain the plot of The Thief and the Cobbler? Well, anyway, just take my word for it. It's really good. It's really funny. The songs in it are all catchy as hell. Disney, eat your heart out. You know what I'm gonna do? If we're talking about ship dynamics, I'm gonna redraw Old Reliable. And I didn't realize how prevalent this ship dynamic was in my stories until I thought about drawing it for Dreamwalkers. Then I realized it applied to not one, not two, but three. Frickin' three of my character, of my canon couples. Now, for this instance, they are not canon yet. But let's be honest, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time for these two. That's all wrong. Something funny that I didn't realize was that I did accidentally, but now I feel like I have to lean into it a bit more, but I'm not sure how I'm gonna lean into it, is that Ivy Whisper and Shorttail have the exact same bangs. Like, literally, almost the exact same bangs. They're slightly different. Like, Shorttail's is more pointed and sticks out more, while Ivy Whisper's is more squared off and fuller looking. But yeah, the fact that they have almost the exact same bangs is pretty funny to me, because it seems like they're polar opposites, and in a way they are, but I feel like I have to lean into it. Like, before anyone start... I'm not gonna feed that flame. I'm not gonna feed that flame. Nope. Nope. I'm not even gonna start it. No one is shipping it, but I'm not gonna start it. That's too fluffy. Since this is a sketch dump, I'm just gonna draw his markings on. I'll color it in later. Fuck me. You do it on the wrong layer. Hold up. Alright, easy fix, easy fix. Copy, paste. And then, there. Now it's on a different layer. I'm going to draw a literal flower girl snow blaze. I'm surprised at myself that I didn't draw her with flowers in her hair in her human form, in either human form. Now, she does have a braid that kind of does look like a flower crown, so I guess I compromised with that. But how the fuck did I not put flowers in her hair? How'd I manage that? I know how to draw cats, right? I know how to draw my own damn characters, right? Like, that's not something you forget. I'm not a bad character, Mom. These kids are just being difficult. God help me if I ever become a parent. I can hardly stand it when my cats, when my cat and dog give me lip. You know? She's literally looking chibi, and that's not the vibe here. Flowers in her hair, flowers everywhere. I love the flower girl. I should probably draw them as like a... You know, let me draw a proper bird. Because if Snowblaze was like any other... Am I thinking genre or whatever? But she's definitely a Disney princess. Well, Disney princess is not a genre. It's kind of a character. It's a archetype, I guess. But it's not like the official archetypes. Which, if we're talking... If Snowblaze was an official archetype, like from Carl Jung, she would definitely be like the companion or something like that. which makes sense for her character. I mean, she's very kind, she's compassionate, but she, with gentle encouragement and compassion and kindness, she encourages the other people, mostly men, in her life to be better. But on the opposite side of the companion would be the, oh, they all have names for them that are all kind of innocuous, because Carl Jung didn't quite believe in female independence. He was a product of his time, I think. Anyway, the opposite, or like the shadow side, one shadow side of the companion would be the, not the harlot, but it does have a name, where she is just complacent and just lets people be whatever they want because telling them to be better would be mean or something like that. Which, to be honest, is kind of where Snowblaze is at in her character arc. She's not quite the encourage people to be better. She's mostly just looking out for them in a protect their feelings sort of way. She isn't quite there yet, which, you know, currently her character feels kind of stale as she's just stereotypical Disney princess flower girl just waiting for a prince to rescue her type thing. And I'll admit that is all on me. Most of her character stuff involves other people and not herself. And I had something set up, but nothing was ever planned for her character. So I do apologize to Snowblaze personally. And to any Snowblaze fans out there. Sadly, there's not a whole lot planned for her character, other than being the sweet, compassionate Disney princess mother, you know, 50s housewife. Which is on me. It's on me. I'm sorry. I could throw something in. But I'm not sure where to put it. Then again, like, the series is not written. Sure, I have written ahead for certain bits. Like, I have up to July, because I mapped it all out. I have up to July scripted, and then I'm going to take a hiatus, because July is Art Fight, which I hope there is being held this year, and I hope nothing's on fire so I can actually focus on taking a break. But yeah, I could give her a character arc. But where the story is headed and where it's going and the way I want it to go, there's not a whole lot of room for it, sorry to say. Why is this hair giving me trouble? I mean, I could make it fit. I could make room for her character, but I'm not sure where I would take it. You know what? It'll probably be happening. Her character arc, one of her character arcs, will probably be happening at the same time as Brindlefur's, because Brindlefer has a whole arc going that I'm planning, and it's gonna be awesome. Hopefully. And it's going to be both of them figuring out what they want versus what everyone else wants them to want. funnily enough, their arcs would both be involving the same guy. So if I'm gonna squeeze in a Snowblaze arc, it would probably, she and Brindlefur are going through, like, a similar arc, and they mirror each other, and they kind of land on different conclusions. And that, like, affects where their characters go. Just looking at this picture, I'm literally thinking of that bit from, was it the third Shrek? Yeah, it is Shrek the Third, where Snow White is going, and of course, I am no Disney princess. I'm not a soprano. I am, I think, a tenor at best. I don't know. My range is pretty low. But I can sing baritone if I wanted to. It kind of F's up my throat a little bit, but, you know, for choir, I had to sing baritone. That's the opposite of what I need. I had to sing baritone because it was literally, the choir class was all girls that were either soprano or alto. And then there was 3 guys. And I wasn't an alto. And I definitely was not a soprano, so I just kind of put in the baritone, the bass baritone. Just because if I was supposed to be, you know, separated in choir, I would have been, like, the only tenor. And I only think I'm a tenor. I could probably sing alto, but the thing with alto is that they are like the underlying monotone melody, and I just couldn't do monotone at that point. I couldn't do it. But if I had to, I could, maybe. Which is probably why I sing, and, you know, some of my favorite bands are guys more than female-led bands. Mostly because I can't sing. Most women in the at the time of growing up were sopranos and whatnot, and I just can't do a soprano. I literally can't. Which sucks, because I love Steven Universe and I want to sing along to it, but I can't because sopranos. They're all fucking sopranos except Steven. Which, he can hit soprano, because, oh my god, of course he can. But when it comes to, the music, I typically lean more towards male-led bands. Now, that was before I discovered the beauty and majesty that was Joan Jett, our Queen of Rock, and Hailstorm. Now, the problem with, like, I can sing along with Joan Jett pretty well. I don't sound like her. In any way, shape, or form. I have no delusions about that. Even though she is goals. In sound and in looks. But I love Hailstorm, but at the same time I can't sing along with half of her either because she can scream. And she's got, you know, that rock star scream that she's just a goddess at, and it's so... once again, I can't sing along with my favorite bands. Like, my favorite song is I Like It Heavy, and I can't sing along with half of it because she adds the scream that is so good, and I don't know how to scream like that without killing my vocal cords, because I ain't no professional. And I'm just gonna copy this. Because it's my own art. And I don't feel like drawing it again. Funnily enough, I have an easier time singing along with Metallica's Enter Sandman than I do with, Hailstorm's I Like It Heavy. Both songs are bangers. But for some reason, Metallica... Because he's not really doing the scream TM. He's doing more of, a gravel, which... for me, is easier to imitate. What? Do you need to go potty? Pardon-moi, folks. The puppy needs to pee. I'll be right back. Alright. Oh, you monster. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. And never mind that noise you heard. It's just the beast under your bed. In your closet, in your head. Exhale light. And tonight, grain of sand. Light, and tonight take my hand off to Never Neverland. You know, it's just easier for me to sing along with. Off to Never Neverland, take my hand. Off to Never Neverland. That I just like Metallica. There are some people that hate Metallica, which, yeah, whatever, to each his own, but why? Like, I'm genuinely curious, why? Now, if you say, oh, I prefer Nirvana, it's like, oh, okay, I get it. You prefer Nirvana, that's fine. Nirvana's pretty good. Rest in peace, Kurt Cobain. I'm gonna make his eyes a little wider. Foxstone. Even though the original meme is shit. But, I guess Foxstone is kind of the Warriors F-bomb. Because there's Mouse Dung, which is more equivalent to their shit. But I don't know. Hang on. Hawk! Hawk! Cut it out! Am I taking care of that? No, okay, she's done. Baby girl. So demanding. There's never air to breathe, there's never in between. The nightmares always hang on past the dream. You know, I'm not so good with mimicking a baritone voice. I could almost perfectly sing along to Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up. Not without hurting myself, but I can do it. But I'm also more confident and comfortable in my own voice to where I can just sing the song normally. Like, in my normal voice. Interchangeably. too far. I can't stand it anymore. I'll be right back, guys. I need to go take care of that. Whatever. I'm kind of hungry. Alright. I got the baby with me. Go and sit in the window. Yeah. Again, God help me if I ever have kids, because all they'll have to do is cry. And then they have my attention. It's like, alright, what is it? And I mean, that's why babies cry, because they can't talk, so they cry to get the attention of their caretakers, aka mom. But I think the idea of having kids is so tiring for me is because I can't stand to hear anybody cry. I can't stand to hear or see anybody cry. Even if I barely know the person, even if I don't like the person, I can't stand to see him cry. Okay, maybe it's fine if I don't like them or whatever, or but if I'm angry with them or whatnot, or if I know why they're crying, and I can't, it's like, I know, it's like, you know what? They're crying because they can't have a candy right now or whatever, and they don't need a candy, so I'm not going to give it to them, but I am going to be tired of hearing them cry, because then I'll want to break down and start crying, because I just don't have the energy to continually say no. But at the same time, I do. But it's only a matter of time before I get, like, pissy. Because it hurts me so much. Alright. What else should I draw? Okay, I'll draw that one. But with short tail. Am I drawing it in cat form or in human form? Let's get the sunglasses down. Alright, what's it look like? put it there so I can draw it real quick. Like, what's the mouth? Alright, that's the face. So are we drawing that with regular short tail or human short tail? Why not both?
Okay, so the sushi is super oily, so everything is all squishy.
Food!
So you might not be able to pick it up quite as well as the others. But yeah, the roll,
I can see the wasabi.
yeah. I didn't put any cream cheese in yours. So you may die.
I may die. You heard it first, chat. I may die on stream. My sister's trying to kill me.
I spread it evenly enough.
Hey, did you use the new nori?
Yeah, which is why I'm saying it's super oily.
So I have sushi now. So if you hear me chewing on food, that's what I'm eating real quick. You know, since I have 3 more slots for the PNGs, both of them, one of them, probably like 7 or something, could be when I'm eating. Because inevitably on stream, I will eat something. I will take some sort of break to eat. And no, puppy, you can't have this. It's white rice, you're allergic. Huh? Why aren't you moving? Oh, it was in the wrong setting. Alright, this one will be cat and this one will be human. Now, which human form? With the sunglasses, probably his regular, the community college AU. Okay. Am I drawing the sunglasses in this version? Just to be silly, I could. Or you know what? I'll just draw the expression. Excuse me, in cat form. But then for the human bit, I'll draw the sunglasses. Go and get yourself some cheap sunglasses. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah! Whatever that song is about. Well, now who else is crying? Oh, that's the adult cat now. Now, I understand why parents get pissed at people for calling themselves a fur parent when having pets. Because I know it's not the same. However, like parents, I do lay awake at night hoping that they don't get hurt, or that they don't get kidnapped, or all that sort of shit. Now, granted, I don't have to worry about them getting addicted to drugs, but I do. It keeps me up at night wondering if I'm a good pet owner with all the things I do. And some of it does tie into parenting, like setting boundaries and schedules for your pet/fur child. Setting and maintaining expectations of behavior. Rewarding good behavior, punishing bad and unwanted behavior. Like clawing and peeing on the furniture. Elias? Still working on you with that one. I don't know why he does it. So it's similar in a way, but, you know, I understand why people get pissed at others saying, oh, I'm a fur parent, this is our fur baby. It's just like real parenting. It's just, the fact that you say it's just like real parenting implies that it's not real. That it is a cheap imitation. Because, oh my god, kids are so much more expensive than pets. Yes, I did just pay, like... I did just pay for her surgery. And that was stressful. Just fussing over her recovery and whatnot. However, it has nothing to do with child health care. That's the wrong button. How expensive child health care is, doctor's appointments, clothes, food, other shit. I don't know what shirt he's wearing, but I'm definitely gonna put him with the makeup. Go and get yourself some cheap sunglasses. I'm gonna try to eat this while continuing to draw. I can't use chopsticks with my right hand. I just can't. I don't know how I do it. Oh, man. I did it. No, he is chubby, but he's not like... Whoops. And he has the exact same eye shape. With eyelashes. Except with human, we draw eyebrows. Alright, now. With his that and hairline. That is totally off model. Oh well. No, he's got dainty fingers. He's not my hands. I have dainty, sensitive little hands. That's wrong. Alright. Here. Close enough. Great. Since I mentioned in like 20 minutes ago that I got pretty good at singing baritone, I got the song Impossible Year by Panic at the Disco stuck on my head, and it is driving me crazy. Because I don't remember all the words, so I can't, like, sing it, because that's embarrassing. But at the same time, since I'm not singing it and it's stuck in my head, my brain's just gonna keep repeating the song so I can remember it, because that's why you get songs stuck in your head. It's your brain trying to remember the thing, and it can't. Which I'm just, great. Why didn't you do that for math class? Dick. Alright. His hair looks off, so I'm gonna fix it. There. I'm gonna save and finish the sushi. We only got 4 bits left. Come on. Alright. I still got room for a few more sketches. I'm gonna drink some water real quick, though. I'm gonna rice in my teeth. Man. I'm tired. But it's not like I'm physically tired, because I slept semi-well. I did have a weird, kind of bad dream this morning, but, you know, I don't want to get into it. But I'm just, like, emotionally tired. Like, I need something. I need serotonin. I need something good to happen. Like, I need, like a video to blow up, or a, just money to fall from the sky, or something. I'm just gonna say hashtag diva. Is that how you spell diva? Is it with an I? It's with an I, right? Yeah. We've hit 2 hours, folks. And I'm finally gonna get around to be doing what I said I was gonna do, and that is practice drawing, Twig a little bit, because the way I'd been drawing him in the past few pages have been slightly off. At least we got some funnies in there. His eye shape is also very particular, and I think I've been kind of failing at drawing it properly, but then again, for story reasons, I can excuse why he's been looking different. So there's that. Say no amount of sleep can fix this kind of tired. No, not that way. Loud ass truck. What the hell? Alright, who's spamming the hundreds? Call yourself out. Who's spamming the hearts and hundreds? Okay, it's you. He's supposed to be malnourished and skinny, but I guess I kind of forgot about that. I just want my boy Twig to be happy. I just want him to be happy. I want him to find love. I want him to feel safe and nourished and unbothered and moisturized. Discord. Alright, let me pull that up. Oh my god, how has my Discord not been notifying me? What the hell? Rude. Oh, we got Puppy Blanky. And ah! Oh my god! Fan art! That looks so good. I can't show it on stream because Discord and whatnot, but when you're done with it, I think you post on like Instagram or whatever, tag me in it so I can feel happy. So no, with that ear, since he's facing... What happened? Oh, I almost accidentally clicked off. There we go. See, yeah, here his face looks... I don't know. Maybe it's his nose. It's his nose. It's his muzzle. I guess what's really got me tired is... that looks so wrong. Is that I've been working on this, on the next upcoming video. But, like, a part of me is like, no one cares. Like, you barely have 200 subscribers. This, like, the video that you're making doesn't warrant that. And whatnot, but also at the same time, I'm just, you know what? Fuck it. You know, most people wait for milestones to happen in order for, like, to do big introduction videos like, hey, this is me! But at the same time, I'm like, the milestone may never happen, so let's just say fuck it, you know? I had an idea, and I'm gonna do it, damn it. So that's what I've been fighting, like, all weekend, while also, dreading, but also being super excited for the next Bad Batch episode. And there's our Star Wars reference of the stream, guys. You'll love to see it. Yippee. Yippee! His eyes are slightly wrong for the emotion I want him to feel. So anyway, this Thursday maybe. It might be next Thursday because I might want to, like, add some other shit to the video. But also, I kind of don't want to. I kind of don't want to, but at the same time, I kind of want it to be more than just what I currently have. But it's not only the undertaking of the project, like the scripting and whatnot, which always takes a lot out of me for some reason, but it's also the just, alright, here's the script, which is fine by itself, with a bit of edits on top. But my, ambitious but rubbish brain wants to, like, have all this other stuff in the video as well. But like I said, in true Top Gear fashion, ambitious but rubbish. If I try to do the video, it's just gonna end up looking bad. but I will never know if it actually looks bad unless I try to do the video, because I eventually want to have a full animated series, and I can't have a full animated series, like, on this channel or in general if I don't try to animate, you know what I mean? But I think the thing I struggle with the most with when it comes to this creative job as a content creator, I make these videos with the hope, want, and need of instant gratification. And that is not how the YouTube algorithm works. The YouTube algorithm works on two factors. The grind, making videos like every day, consistent content, appeasing the algorithm, and dumb luck. Like, my creativity video, the one that is almost at 1,000 views at this point, that was all dumb luck. But it was such a high for me to, to hit that seemingly overnight. Like, family was over, we were celebrating Thanksgiving. And I just randomly checked my phone and saw that I had more comments and more views on a video that I had ever made before in my life. And it was really a sugar high that I was, trapped in. So when I immediately after coming back, made my video on Thanksgiving, I hoped that it would attract the same amount of attention, but then it didn't. And then I immediately got depressed because... What? No instant gratification? Nope. Crickets. It's funnily enough, though, on the video about me ranting about why people don't like Thanksgiving, the video about Thanksgiving doesn't do well. Which is really funny because it's me talking about why people don't like Thanksgiving. And it really is a nothing video, I'll admit. I'm not expecting I'm creating gold and these bitches are being ungrateful. Nah. That's not what I don't mean to sound like that. But I just think it's kind of funny how I need the instant gratification of making a video that people like, so I just barf whatever shit out and go, and then the entire process just say good enough, good enough, good enough, and then I have the nerve to act surprised when the video doesn't do well. So maybe content creation isn't the most healthy or best avenue for my psyche, but at the same time, I feel like it is, because this is teaching me the hard way about instant gratification, but it's not like in the real world where I could actually potentially die, you know? And I mean, it's not to say that this ain't the real world. It is. But instead of being at an office job, wanting instant gratification and doing whatever, say, oh, that stuff can actually lead you to get fired and whatnot. Now, if with this being your own boss, you can fuck up like that and go, oh, well, that didn't work. Back to the drawing board and figure out something else. So, on one hand, it is terrible for my mental psyche because I'm just trying to chase that next high of, over 900 views and 20 comments per video, even though that video only has 10 comments. But at the same time, it's teaching me that that's not how the system works. If you make things that people like, people will watch it. If you make things that you like, people might like it because you like it. But if they don't, well, guess what? It's just a passion project. And that's true across the board with all content creators. They said that anytime they would they put their heart and soul into a video that they liked, it wouldn't do well. But then when they made a video about something that the population and the masses liked, with fart jokes and cussing galore, the video went multi-platinum. Womp womp. I could probably make a whole video about it. Honestly, you know what? I'll add that to the list. I'm gonna make a whole video about it. I'm gonna write it down real quick. Like, just in case I, do get ambitious about the next video. The pen is elsewhere. Chasing algorithm high. That might get the title demonetized, so we ain't doing that. But anyway. How can I be demonetized if I'm not even monetized to begin with? Ha ha. Take that, depression. Anyway, yeah, the depression's been kicking my ass. On a lighter note, someone else say something. The thing is, okay, this isn't a lighter note, but it is definitely a something I kind of want to talk about. Then I'm just gonna say here, because then I'm gonna bring it up in the potential video. I know what I need to do to get this channel, like, probably cooking fires overnight by appeasing the algorithm as an art channel, is to do like a redesigning cartoon shows into my style thing, and then like lore revamps or whatever's. I could do that. I know full well that's what I should do to make the channel popular, but that's not what I want to do with the channel. You know what I mean? This channel, I want to be just the... I want this channel to be me. And my projects and whatnot. And yes, while fan art does get more attention in the long run, despite it being so freaking hard to draw, fan art does get more attention. Especially if it's someone else's characters. Like, my most popular live streams to this date are my art fight live streams. And if I made a video talking about art fight, that would probably do some numbers as well, because it's literally fan art for fellow artists. Which, I love that that's a thing. And I do applaud it. Applaud the project and the hosts of the project, despite certain allegations. But, anyway. I do believe in the cause of art fight, but it does kind of feel, I don't know, cheap. I feel like I'm a sellout by live streaming my work on art fight, because I may be Jewish, but I was raised Christian, and the Christianese was, like, never brag about what you're doing. What?
I'm just grabbing this.
Oh, okay. Like, if you're gonna do good, air quotes, don't brag about it, because remember what happened to Joseph. What the fuck? Oh, that's the wrong thing. So it feels disingenuous whenever I do shit like that. I just kind of want it to slip under the radar. Which is kind of how I am with how I kind of am in real life. If I do something for someone, I want the recognition and the gratification of them going, oh my god, thank you so much. But at the same time, I can't take compliments. So I'll just do a thing and then hope they notice it and then bring it up themselves going, hey, did you do this for me? And I go, yeah. Wow, thank you. It's just, oh, it's no problem. But on the inside, I'm going, yes, gratification, recognition for my hard work. Hell yeah. It's rough. It's not the most healthy way to live. I get that, and I 1000% admit I need therapy for my people-pleasing tendencies, but also the feeling that I don't deserve recognition, but at the same time, God, give me, like, please give me recognition for what I do, because I don't give it enough to myself, so I look for it in other people. But then when I do get recognition, I'm like, yeah, whatever, guys, please stop. So, it's hypocritical. Or, no, it's contradictory. It's contradictory to a ridiculous degree. But it's my... It's not a cross to bear. It's a vice that I am working through. And no, vice isn't the right word either. It's an issue that I am dealing with and don't know how to work on. But every bit helps. No. There. I think I'm gonna end it here, because that's pretty full. Especially if there we go, that, and this. Oh, shit, for the sketch stumps they usually leave like a spot where I can, hold on. If I put that here, and then move that here. There, if I put it here, there we go. And I don't remember how I drew these. Sketch. Dump. March 19th. Right? Yeah. And now we semi-color. Which I probably should render all this off stream, since it's just gonna be a bitch and a half to draw. Anyway. So, thank you all so much for watching, whether you watch live or after the fact. Either way, I love you. I stream every Tuesdays, and videos are on Thursdays, whether or not they are every Thursday or every other Thursday. Is all up to my motivation and creativity, which usually have abandoned me. If you'd like to read the Path to Brighter Stars comic, it is currently on DeviantArt, which is the first link in the description, which leads to page 1. It is like 130 pages so far. That's why I haven't moved it to its own site domain, because it's only 130 pages. Maybe when we reach 200, maybe then I'll like create its own domain and start posting there while also posting on DeviantArt. That's a milestone that we will reach to. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Every little bit of engagement helps. Also check when you subscribe, make sure you hit the all, because I post on my community tab polls, updates, and announcements when the next stream is going to be, like a few hours before I go live, so look out for that. And little sneak peeks on what's to come. So, that is that. Still need to work on my intros. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one, whatever it may be. Bye-bye.